For decades, Dolly Parton has been the image of kindness, grace, and Southern charm. The woman who could light up a room with just a smile. But behind the rhinestones and laughter, she's been hiding a truth that fans never saw coming. Now, at 78 years old, Dolly Parton is finally opening up about the one person she secretly couldn't stand. And what she just revealed has left the entire music world stunned. For over half a century, Dolly Parton has been America's sweetheart, the woman with the big hair, bigger heart, and even bigger hits. From Jolene to 9 to 5, she's written songs that define generations, all while maintaining that warm, humble image that made her impossible not to love. But Dolly's life hasn't been all smiles and sparkle. Behind the glitz, she's fought battles few ever knew about, battles with betrayal, jealousy, and heartbreak. And now, after years of silence, she's finally admitted how much she truly hated someone who once meant everything to her. To understand Dolly's confession, you have to go back to the early 1970s, when her career was just taking off. At the time, she was working alongside country legend Porter Wagoner, the man who gave her the platform that would change her life forever. On stage, they were electric. Their chemistry made them one of the most famous duos in country music history. But offstage, their relationship was anything but harmonious. Porter was controlling, proud, and often jealous of Dolly's growing fame. As she began to outshine him, tension exploded behind the scenes. For years, Dolly stayed quiet, honoring the man who helped launch her career. But deep down, she was fighting resentment. Porter wanted her to stay in his shadow, to keep performing by his side instead of chasing her solo dreams. Their arguments became legendary within the country music industry. Dolly wanted freedom. Porter wanted control. The more successful she became, the more their partnership crumbled. Finally, in 1974, she made the painful decision to leave The Porter Wagoner Show, a move that broke both their hearts and their friendship. It was during that emotional storm that Dolly wrote "I Will Always Love You," a song that the world thought was about romance. But in truth, it was her farewell to Porter. It was her way of saying goodbye without hate, even though she carried plenty of it inside. Years later, Dolly admitted that leaving Porter was one of the hardest things she'd ever done, not because she didn't love him, but because she resented how much he tried to control her destiny. "I loved him," she once said, "but I hated the way he treated me." Those words shocked fans, a rare glimpse of bitterness from a woman known for forgiveness. After their split, Porter publicly lashed out. He accused Dolly of betrayal, of abandoning him for fame. Lawsuits followed, and their friendship seemed permanently shattered. But as years passed, time softened the pain. Before Porter's death in 2007, Dolly visited him in the hospital and told him she forgave him, a moment she later described as a full circle of love and closure. Yet, in recent interviews, Dolly finally confessed that for years, she carried real hatred toward him. Hatred for how he belittled her, controlled her, and made her doubt herself when she was becoming a legend in her own right. Today, at 78, Dolly Parton isn't afraid to tell the truth. She admits that holding on to that hate nearly broke her spirit. "I had to let it go," she said, "because hate eats you alive. And forgiveness is what sets you free." It's a powerful reminder that even the brightest stars carry shadows, and that strength isn't in pretending you never felt hate, but in finding the courage to release it. Dolly's story isn't about revenge. It's about rising above the pain that once defined her. The woman who sang about love and heartbreak finally revealed that she's lived both, and through it all, she proved that grace, even after hatred, shines brighter than any spotlight.